What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be mastering the Dragon Punch motion. That's going to be Shoryukens, Tiger Uppercuts, Seth's weird spinning thing, fucking Ken's Shoryuken, Nash's somersault thing, or whatever it's called, moonsault. Yeah, we're going to be mastering all that stuff, so pick whatever character you want, or if you just want to follow along, pick Sagat. The skill is universal, so don't really worry about what character you pick. If you're just trying to learn Dragon Punch, Sagat is as good as any, as well as Ryu and Ken and all them. So we're going to start with the basic fundamentals. We're going to start with the arcade stick, then we're going to move to controller, and then we're going to go to keyboard. And that's, we're going to cover all of that. So let's go ahead and get started. So the basic fundamental behind a Dragon Punch is probably the concept would be forward, quarter circle forward. So boom, boom, and that's kind of it. If you can throw a fireball, all you have to do is add a forward before that, and that's it. So just for the close-up version, boom, and then quarter circle forward. Boom, quarter circle forward. Forward, quarter circle forward. All together, and there you go. And just practice this over and over and over with whatever button it is. Sometimes it can be kick for your, Tiger Knee if you're Sagat, and punch for your Shoryukens, and whatever other buttons you have. Now let's practice buffering it. So what I'm going to do is do medium punch for Sagat. Now, everybody's buffers are different. For Sagat, you actually have to delay the DP input before actually, pressing at the same time. Some characters, you have to press it at the exact same time. This button, which is light punch, we have to put the DP motion as fast as possible, whereas for medium punch, we have to delay it. So look at this. I have to really do it incredibly fast, and you can't do that with medium punch. With medium punch, we need to delay it like that and then do it. So boom, wait, whoops, and then boom. There we go. So that's just something to keep note of, is that if you're having a hard time getting a button to come out, make sure you check the timing. If you can't get it by doing it really fast, try delaying it and see if it works. So what we're gonna do is medium punch, and then we're going into our DP. So one more time, punch and then DP. We can't delay it too much, but basically, after you press punch for the first time, you just start inputting the motion and then punch again. So, boom, and then, oops, a little too fast. There we go. One more time. Punch, and then input. Once you have that mastered, you can actually start messing around with some combos now, so you can do something like this right here, which that's pretty good damage. You can practice EX versions as well, so that way you guys can get max damage. And, this opens doors for learning new tricks of trade for each character. But now we need to start talking about the really complicated stuff. So learning Dragon Punch from the crouching motion. This took me a good while to learn and probably even longer to master. I think in grand total it took me about 2 to 3 weeks just to practice. I would sit here about an hour a day just trying to get it down, but hopefully I can shed some light on how to do it. So we're going to start by holding down back. The reason we do this is because we want to build a good habit of always blocking. So that way, if our opponent does something unsafe or a whiff, we can actually punish it accordingly. So that way we're always blocking and always safe, and then we can still hit our good punishes. So how I learned to do it from down back is by resetting the stick to neutral and then forward, quarter circle forward. You're essentially just doing the DP motion raw, but you're just going from down back, so that way you're safe, and then you reset to neutral, and then boom, there you go. So in full time, it should look like this. Easy. And then for Tiger Knee, simple. One note that I do want to mention is that if you don't reset to neutral and you accidentally do half circle, what's going to happen is you're going to get a super to come out like this. So you want to make sure you absolutely reset to neutral, or else you're going to waste all your meter. Now, once you have this method mastered, we're going to have to do it from a buffer point now. There's a couple different ways to do this. We can do the reset method, which is, I'm not really too keen on this one. It's okay, but it's not exactly my favorite, because once again, the input error, if you accidentally input wrong, you're going to get super to come out like that, and you don't want that. You really don't want that. So there's two other methods aside from resetting to neutral. So the first method is going to be down, down, forward. So if you look at my inputs, right, I'm just holding down and then down, forward, down, down, forward. If we do this fast enough, we get the DP motion to come out. But this is a lot easier said than done on an arcade stick. I actually think this method works really well on a controller rather than this. And we also need to add down back, so that way we're always blocking. So we need to essentially go from down back, down, down, forward, down, down, forward. That's pretty much all the motion. So boom, there we go. Fuck, I am just, this method, I'm really just not that adept in this method. There we go. And make sure you're adding the buffer in, because you need to be able to do it fast enough. So if you do it, you know, consistently, you guys can actually get this. And the reason this method is good is because as long as it doesn't register forward, you will never get super to come out. So that's why this method is actually really good. However, just my consistency with it is not nearly as optimal as I would like it to be. So like, you have to be really fast, and I'm not used to doing that motion really fast. So keep this in mind. It's sort of a practice ordeal. If you practice hard enough, you will get it, but it's not a method for me. So just to recap one more time: down, back, down, down, forward, down, down, forward. You need to hit that twice. So whenever you want to practice, down, down, forward, down, down, forward, 2 times. So 1, 2, 1, 2, and bop, there you go. The second method, which is my personal favorite, is up tilt, and this can only be done from buffering. So essentially what you're going to do is kind of, after that, you're going to go up and then do your DP motion. Because it's still registering forward, it counts as a DP. So boom, right here. Let's see, bam, there we go. And then boom, boom, look at that, easy. See if I can get the inputs a little bit more cleaner. Yep, there we go. As you can see, my input is actually upwards. The very end is up part, and that's what you're looking for. You want that up part so that way you never get super to come out. Even right there, you can see I actually buffered, went down, forward, up tilt, forward, down, forward, and then I still managed to get it to come out. So this is probably my favorite method. I think it's the easiest to not get super to come out, and I am the most consistent with this method, so it's sort of up to you and pick which one you like. So now we have the pad here. This should be relatively simple. So we're going to start from down, back as always. If you want to know how to do the fundamentals, it's the same thing: forward and then quarter circle forward. If you can throw a fireball, you can throw a DP. Really simple. So once again, starting from down, back with the crouching, how we're going to do this is we're going to roll our thumb to down and then down, forward. If you look at my inputs, I am registering down and down, forward. This is what you're looking for. If you can perform this motion, you got the DP motion down, because this is all you need, baby, all day, every day. And if you guys can tell, I'm not getting super to come out ever. And that's because I'm not registering forward. So down, back, roll, down, down, forward, down, down, forward. So all together, boom, boom. Make sure you practice with Tiger Knee as well if you're playing Sagat, so that way you can get that down as well. And that's honestly the only method you really need for controller. You can reset to neutral. I personally am not a huge fan of it. It is definitely not pad friendly. I really am not a fan of it. You can do it, but resetting to neutral makes no sense considering this is a D-pad, so I don't know what you're resetting to neutral. And then from here, you can just, you know, practice your combos however you like. It doesn't really matter, but it's all the same. The fundamental and the principle is essentially the same. Now for keyboard, this gets even easier. So all you're going to need to do is press the D button, the S button, and D again. So D, S, D. You always want to end on D. Bop, bop. There you go. Super simple. That's how to do it raw. From crouching, it's even easier. You hold the A and S button together, and you get your down, back, so that way you're always blocking, and then you double tap the D button and punch button. So, and whoops. There we go. Boom. Boom. Whoops. Boom. 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 Super simple. This is by far the easiest way to Dragon Punch because it's literally pressing a button twice. And if you want to buffer, you press the D button while crouching and your punch button at the exact same time. So all together, it should be boom and then boom again. So you got to do it really fast though. That was just me doing it in slow motion. So boom, boom, whoops, boom, boom. Hold on here. What am I doing wrong here? There we go. I wasn't doing it fast enough. There we go. Bam. Ooh, look at that. Super simple. Make sure you practice the EX versions as well, so that way you can get those juicy corner carries and max damage. Practice the other side too, because your ring finger might not actually be used to it, so make sure you also practice the other sides. But the method is still the same. Just press it at the exact same time, and you guys will be able to master this really quickly. If you're having troubles with the DP motion, you really just play on a keyboard or a mix box or hitbox. This will make your life way easier, and you can start doing your Dragon Punch motions really fast. But that's essentially it. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye bye.